The 2018 FlatOut Race Series or FORS Championship got off to what is described as perfect start to the circuit racing season. Perfect weather, perfect track conditions, a good crowd to cheer on a sizable number of entries and exciting performances on the track. Up next, highlights of Round 1 of the 2018 FlatOut Race Series on our race weekend.
The sound of revving engines, squealing tires, the smell of tires running hot on the track, and the heavy aroma of fuel greet motorsports fans and aficionados one Saturday morning at the Clark International Speedway. It's the first race weekend of the 2018 FlatOut Race Series.
A perfect weather for a perfect day of racing. We're now here at the Clark International Speedway for the first leg of the 2018 FlatOut Racing Series as cars are lining up, eager to start the season.
The early birds are out on the track for morning free practice around the 4.189-kilometer permanent racetrack inside the Clark Freeport Zone in Pampanga. Some are stock cars, the cars people drive on the street, and are now being driven flat out, perhaps for the first time, on a FIA Grade 4 rated track. Most are driven by newbies eager to try out their driving skills on a real circuit. Others are slightly modified cars with bucket seats and race harness and engines tweaked for more horsepower. These are mostly driven by drivers with more experience around the circuit with 18 corners that range from slow to quick to the more technical corners that require some racecraft. A few are heavily modified cars looking like they are race-ready for touring car events. They are the rides of the serious hobbyist and professional looking to make a career in motorsports.
I'm here with the VP of FlatOut Racing Series, Mr. JP Castel. Before anything else, can I ask you to tell the viewers how FlatOut Racing Series started?
Well, FlatOut Race Series was the brainchild of our friend Enzo Pastor, and it was called Circuit Showdown then. We continue this legacy for providing amateurs and newbies who want to go into racing. We provide them a venue and an opportunity to take their cars out, push the limits, and experience racing. Circuit Showdown, it's been around since 2009, so we're almost 10 years running this organization already, and we're continuing to grow with more and more participants. Today we have 80 plus entries, and I think everyone's having fun.
How about the other aspiring racers who want to join FORS? Can you tell them how?
Yeah, so it's you check out our Facebook page, that's FlatOut Race Series, or you can check out our website, flatoutraceseries.com. We also have the quick registration guide online. They can check it out, and it's a simplified guide on how to go about the registration process. Basically, you arrive here, you go to our secretariat, you sign the waivers and the forms, and then one of our marshals will brief you on how to go about your track session. Then you'll be given 3 timed laps in the morning and 3 timed laps in the afternoon, trying to beat your best time in your own bracket.
That's it, JP. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was nice having you here.
Since FORS began holding events at the Clark International Speedway and the Batangas Racing Circuit, it has attracted scores of participants from the young and experienced drivers to veterans of different motorsports disciplines looking for new challenges. The participants compete for honors in different time brackets in what FORS calls a time attack. Each participant is allowed to have 6 timed runs over the course of the day to set their fastest time. The time brackets range from the fastest bracket A to the slowest bracket G. After gaining experience and confidence driving on the track, participants can then qualify to join the grid races. This time, they compete wheel-to-wheel on the circuit against other racers, although the competition is still divided into a number of categories depending on the time brackets set in the time attack mode. Those who had qualified for the grid race from the slower time brackets were grouped into grids D and E. Both grids D and E are run at the same time, which makes for a close and exciting race. After the second time attack session in the afternoon, those in the faster time brackets are qualified to run in grids A, B, and C. They are then formed into a single grid for the race. This makes for an even more exciting race.
Let's now hear from the racers and participants as they look forward to the 2018 FlatOut Racing Series.
Let's start out with one of the younger participants, 14-year-old Royce Miguel Sarmiento, who, believe it or not, started joining FlatOut races last year.
Last year, I started with not this car yet, with my old car. It was a Toyota Corolla, 1996. It was all stock. Then I stopped. And then this year, for the first round, I came out with this car, with my new car, 1996 Civic with a V16A engine. Every year, I'm trying to shave my time. I'm trying to go faster and faster. But this year, I'm just trying to learn this car yet because I'm new to this car. I still don't know how to drive it that fast. And hopefully, next year, I'm gonna go grid race. Because right now, I'm just racing for time attack.
Cody Nang is 1 year older but is on his second year of participating in the FlatOut racing. What got him to join the races?
Mahilig talaga ako sa cars eh. And dream ko na before maging racer. And meron akong friend na si Rafael Lau and sakto, tinuruan niya ako.
Cody must have a good teacher. Just on his second year, he is already earning a place on the podium.
Kanina, I was third place ata. Third place sa time attack and sa grid na qualifying.
On his third year in FlatOut racing, the 21-year-old Andre Tan has developed the skills to earn podium places.
I started FlatOut Race Series 2016. Yung round 7, round 8 lang, yung 2016. And then the entire 2017, that's why I joined that then. This year, actually, the car was built. It was finished being built nung Wednesday evening. So, Wednesday, then I had class Thursday, Friday. So, I went here Friday evening so walang practice, this morning lang. Tapos chamba-chamba lang.
Regular racer Jason Choa Chui says the younger ones are making the series a lot more competitive but fun.
They're very enthusiastic and they're really serious about motorsports. FORS is a good venue for grassroots racing. Yeah, I think we can take them anywhere and they perform. They have racecraft. Marunong sila magrespeto. They know how to give space, ganyan. So, very good.
Lionel Gavilla started joining the races back in the Circuit Showdown days, but is now drawing attention in FlatOut racing, competing in a tricked-out Mitsubishi Montero, which, believe it or not, doubles as the family car and school bus.
Actually, my first car that I used in Circuit Showdown was a Mitsubishi Lancer. Time come na I have to let go of the Lancer, so we have to buy a bigger family car. Then siguro it's on my blood na gusto ko talaga mag-racing, playing video games sa bahay, na naatat ako, gusto ko talaga. So I tried my first time last 2016, that was I think September. And that was my first podium. Nanalo kagad ako, second place. So after that, siguro pagdating nga sa racing, nakaka-addict. So ayun na, nagtuloy-tuloy na. Then I started modifying everything just like what other race cars are supposed to be. So you have to put some roll cage, ground clearance siya, kailangan i-lower ng sagad, and the tires of course. So basically, it come out to this.
And then there's the serious hobbyists in the higher age bracket who are finding it fun competing, getting beat, and beating the young guns on the track. Roger Telan, who took the checkered flag in Grid C, Congressman Charlie Cuanco, and Tonton Ramos, fixtures in other motorsports events like the Vios Cup. For them, the FlatOut Race Series is a stress buster.
We race for fun naman eh. Competition is secondary. So, I mean, the camaraderie is there. bata o matanda, whatever.
This one is a stress buster lang. Pangalis talaga ng stress kasi ano to eh. Yung FORS kasi is talagang enjoy lang, enjoy. And then syempre yung sama-sama yung mga kaibigan mo, yun lang naman importante. Keep us sharp and young. Yun yung ano eh, kita mo yung mga bata, kasabay lang namin yan. Iniiwan pa nga namin yung iba eh, di ba? So pag iniwan kami ng bata, okay lang.
Pag nasa track ka, naka-concentrate ka sa isang bagay na gusto mong hinahabol mo na i-perfect mo yung lap, di ba? Na alam naman natin walang perfect. Yun ang mental and physical challenge. After naman lumabas ka sa kotse, lahat ng kasama mo mahilig din sa itong activity. So maganda yung kwentuhan, yung samahan, di ba? Pare-pareho lahat.
After all the competition was done, there were new and old faces up and down the brackets in the time attack and grid races, getting to do some celebrating during the award ceremonies and carrying off new cool-looking trophies. At the end of the time attack, Rafael Lau was fastest in bracket A. Andrew De Asis was best in bracket B. Christopher Pimentel was quickest in bracket C. Julian Paul Neri beat everyone in bracket D. Alvin Villaseñor was first in bracket E. Mark Anton David turned the fastest time in bracket F. Gilbert Orpilla bested everyone in bracket G. In the grid races, Rafael Lau dominated grid A. Paulo Santos took the checkered flag of grid B. Francis Roger Telan was quickest in grid C. Andre Makinatan topped grid D. And Jeremy Jimenez earned top honors in grid E.
And that concludes our exciting coverage of the first leg of the 2018 FlatOut Racing Series. Be sure to check us out every week as we bring you exciting highlights from the Philippine motorsports, only here at Race Weekend.
Grassroots circuit racing is alive and well, thanks to the efforts of the men and women behind the FlatOut Race Series. If the performances of newbies and the veterans of the time attack and the grid races during the first round of the 2018 FORS season are any indication, we are in for a great season of circuit racing.